Here's a clip of Trump-loving evangelist Lance Wallnau. You know I messed that one up. Who's saying that the pipe bombs planted on Capitol Hill the night before January 6th insurrection were planted there by people who wanted optics for an incident, which by that he means the pipe bombs of January 6th. He's claiming that they were planted by the Democrats, by the media, and the FBI in order to make Republicans look crazy. Let's run the clip.
There was no weapons in the crowd. The pipe bombs they found conveniently located at the, you never notice that there's no story on that? Washington has an ubiquitous, it's like an octopus of 1,000 cameras. And whenever they give you something they want you to see on January 6th, it's always some grainy thing like someone's, camera taking a picture of Bigfoot in the forest. You can't figure out what you're even looking at. They've got the information on the pipe bomb because I think the pipe bombs were planted there by the people that wanted an optics for an incident in the Capitol. This is why a program like this is important. Because in the rush of information, we get desensitized to going back and exposing the forensic crime scene data that shows, oh my gosh, maybe the FBI and maybe the Democratic Party and maybe political operatives in D.C. were working together to create a narrative that would shut down the certification resistance movement in its tracks and turn over power to the machine that took the election by force.
Everybody who speaks with confidence ain't got something to say, Rebecca.
I wasn't ready. He was boring me.
It's him. All right. It's like, okay, hurry up.
He was boring me. He literally sent me to sleep like 3 times. Like, it's just giving. Who gives a darn? Like, I don't like that they out here making these lies. We are literally in October. We could just say, because black folks, it'd be like it'd be September 15th, and then we'd be like, it's October 10th. Okay, we mid-October. And this man is literally trying to bring back conspiracy theories from January 6th. If you're not going to tell the truth, I don't even want to hear it. We already know what happened. We have the accounts of police officers on the ground that were there. We have the accounts of the people on the ground that were there. We have the accounts of the elected officials who were there. Some of them that were connected. Everything. Now, everybody might not get got. The feds was looking. I don't think they looking no more. But everybody might not get got. But we have true accounts. We have video. We saw what was going on. Pipe bombs. Like, we have alerts. Like, how much?
He don't want you to believe your own eyes, Rebecca.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. And fools. Only a fool. And there's so many fools. I've been a fool in my life in love. But only a fool would really believe what these people are saying after what we've seen. That is what I think a lot of times media, period, they'll be so choosy with what they show sometimes, and then turn around and have somebody debunk the thing that we're looking at. And I'm like, we
saw it with our own eyes. Yes. The George Floyd trial. I mean, not the trial, but the videotape of George Floyd.
Every time. Most recently, these Haitians, right at the border, they wanted us to believe that what was happening was legal.
You better finesse that thing.
They want us to believe that these Haitians there was no mistreatment. And in this whole thing, like, what you see what I'm saying, Ben? This conspiracy leads to the due process thing, right? When we're here believing these lies, and because the power of the right is just so strong, it gives them time. Let's investigate. It gives them time to draw up these kind of stories. And from all of that time, from January 6th to November 1st, today's November 1st. Because,
you just skipped all the way to November, Jay.
Like, we are here now. We're at the end of the year. Now you guys are bringing this back up and wanting to bring the story back up for people to be like,
James, you must.
Well, that's something that That's something I think that we should look into that. I think that we should start looking into that. And what that does is bring up the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world.
That's it.
What that does is bring up the Alex Joneses of the world. And that's what we get.